Alright, sorry, my phone died there for a second. Anyway, as I was saying, another episode that might be a good story to tell would be, we sort of have an absence. Like, we don't exactly know how long this took, but between sort of between Church going into the memory unit and then the Reds and Blues under the rallying of Carolina getting him back out. We don't know how long of a period that is, and I'm actually not going to take responsibility for this idea at all because I saw it in a forum somewhere. It's one that I didn't think of first before I saw it somewhere else. I'll put it that way. I've seen all but one of these ideas somewhere else. I'm not going to lie, but I mean, I did think of them myself as well before I saw them. The only one I haven't seen anywhere else, and I'm shocked I haven't seen this one anywhere else, is the story of York and Carolina. I'm surprised that more people don't say, hey, you need to make an episode about that. I realized it would sort of deviate from the normal red versus blue pattern, which is, action and comedy, but, I mean, it'd be something different. I mean, when is something different a bad thing? I mean, yes, it's a lot of people will say it's straying too far. Some people might say it's a little too different, but it's something that I think the red versus blue universe, it's a story I think the red versus blue universe should tell. Another story that is one that I could definitely live without, but it's one that I'm kind of curious about. I'd like to see how Rooster Teeth pulls this one off. I'd like to see how Doc got to be part of the mix. Like, I'd like to see how he got to be a military medic. Like, I'd like to see his story before he came to Blood Gulch. I don't know why. I feel like that would be interesting. And my final idea, and probably the most peculiar one, and this is one that just dawned on me. I'd like to see how Leonard and Allison met. I'm talking about the real Leonard and the real Allison. I'd like to see that story. Sort of, he talks about her a lot throughout the series, quite obviously. He says, I'd have made the sacrifices to save her if only I'd been given the chance. I think we'd like to see exactly what it was he was saving. I mean, I realize that Tex is a memory of her, but I don't believe Tex is an accurate memory of her. Because, like Epsilon said near the end of Season 8, Tex is destined to fail every single time. She tries and she tries to achieve her goals, and every single time she gets close to achieving them, things just get shot to hell, and there's nothing she can do about it. And I think I'd just kind of like to see what she was actually like, what the real Allison was actually like. I just think it would be an interesting concept. It might be a bit of a long episode. That might end up being one of the longest episodes in the series, if it's done right. If it goes into a lot of detail. maybe they'll break it up into multiple episodes if they do that. I think if you want to do season 14 right, it would have to be one of the longer seasons. I mean, season 14, if you're going to be telling different stories, you want at least 7 or 8 stories in there. So, I'd say one story might take 3 or 4 episodes. Some might only take 1 or 2, but I feel like most of the stories, if you want to get the full experience of them, would take 3 or 4 episodes. So if you're going to do 7 or 8 of those, you're going to need at least a 30 episode season. But all I'm going to say is, if they decide to end it at season 14, they need to make the final episode, the story, only make it 1 episode. Only make it 1 episode. I cannot stress that enough. I mean, make it long if you have to. Make it 30 minutes long. In fact, I think we'd enjoy that. It'd be perfect for a series finale. Make it super long. Make it an hour long. Make it the longest episode in the series, definitely. If you're going to send the series out that way. And I don't mean make it 30 minutes long with 15 minutes of credits. I mean make it a 30-minute long episode. If it's 45 minutes with credits, whatever. Make the episode itself, if it will end everything, 30 minutes long. I'll say 20 minutes at the least. Bottom line, bottom dollar, 20 minutes long. Because it's going to take at least 20 minutes for Carolina and Washington to take care of business on the ground, because everybody forgot about that. The Reds and Blues to escape from what they're doing, or to not escape, as if they're not going to escape, For them to find Hargrove and bring him to justice by, most likely, Tucker stabbing him through the chest, or the gut, or the throat, with the sword, whichever one he chooses. And them being saved. And then I feel like, if they do it that way, they should sort of end it with sort of a ceremonial type setting. And then at the very, very, very end, hopefully they have a variant of Blood Gulch in Halo 5 for this. But they end it with the Reds and the Blues going back to Blood Gulch. And I don't know. I would say happy ever after, but, when were they ever happy in Blood Gulch? It's happy ever after for us. That was an awesome ending. We get to go back home. It's kind of sad. Most people don't realize that we actually have not seen Blood Gulch, the real Blood Gulch, since Season 6. That's where all this started. Blood Gulch. To the Reds and Blues by now, it is a distant memory. It is a distant memory to the Reds and Blues at this point in the series. And who knows, they might actually happy to be going back to Blood Gulch. So, yeah. With that said, let me just say that Rooster Teeth, whatever you do, I know it's going to be awesome. At least I think it's going to be awesome. I really hope it's going to be awesome. Part of me hopes you end it here. If you do, make it the last episode. Make that the story of them getting off the ship. Definitely make it to where there's closure. Don't leave it like that. Don't leave the series where it's at. But if you keep making Red versus Blue forever, I'll be just as happy. I really will. I mean, as long as it doesn't turn into just, same old type stuff. Eventually, honestly, I think if they keep making Red versus Blue, there's going to have to be a change of hands. What I mean by that is, there's going to have to be a new squad. Or new squads. Kind of doing what they did for half of season 9 and 10. You know, that was technically not a new group of people, but it was a group of people that we hadn't explored so deeply before. So I really don't know. And I just came up with another episode idea, actually. The Red and Blue Zealots from season 3, and I think they were also in MIA. The Missing in Action miniseries between season 8 and 9, or 9 and 10, I can't remember. It's the one where Donut and Griff went off to the city. Either way, it doesn't really matter. So, basically make an episode about those guys. See how they came to be so invested in their cause. As I mean, Sarge wants to destroy the Blues, but his want to destroy the Blues is nothing compared to the Red Zealots. I mean, those are some serious guys, and we just like to know how they came to be, how they exist like this, how they can constantly kill each other and then come back to life. Maybe sort of implement like for those of you who play Black Ops 2 Zombies, implement like sort of a Mob of the Dead type thing where it's a time loop where only they are included, where the rest of the world isn't affected by it, except make it continuous, where the time loop keeps happening, but time doesn't revert back. It's just that they start over. I don't know, something like that. I really have no idea how to explain what I'm trying to say, but it's something else. I'd like to see Rooster Teeth do it, and really, I'd like to say I love y'all. Y'all are great. Keep doing what you're doing. And, yeah, bring us some more RWBY as well. I've only recently gotten into that show, but it kicks ass. Not gonna lie, I'm liking it. If they've started coming out with Volume 3 yet, I'm not aware. If they have, and you watch this video and you know that they have, put it down in the comments. But, yeah, outside of that, thank you so much. Subscribe, like, comment, whatever. And, yeah, God bless y'all and have a wonderful day. And I do apologize about the video being in 2 parts. It's just my phone went into power saving mode because it got down to 5% in the last video and it automatically shut off. Okay, so with that said, I'm out. Love y'all. God bless y'all. Goodbye. So long. Good night. Be careful. Drive safe.